It's round 11 of the United Rugby Championship. It's Connacht against Glasgow, and we're off and running at the sports ground. Advantage being played to the Warriors. Stain gets his hands on it. Down the narrower of the two sides, Glasgow continue on their way as it's taken on by Gordon, and then around the corner they go. And in the end, it's Rufus McLean, and it was easy for Glasgow. All the hard work done, and what a start. Trying to use a little bit of brute force to get there, to cover off those final inches. But the Warriors are equal to the task so far. Marmion now will go a little bit wider, and Sammy Arnold will scamper in. You felt like it had to come. There were too many phases too close to that line.
And everybody could kind of congeal. And yeah, fair play to Cahill Ford.
Mull defence has been better this season. It was a real Achilles heel last season. Fraser Brown and co are stopped about 7 metres short. Through the centre partnership it goes, and oh so easy for Stain. A handoff. And the simplest of tries, and Connacht will ask themselves all sorts of questions.
To see Connacht defend in that way, Tom Farrell just sits and waits. Yeah, Glasgow to get ahead of steam up there, really unusual.
Fraser Brown. Gray and the Mull once more. And on they go. And that's better in terms of body positions, it's better in terms of momentum. And it may well be a third try. It is a third try. The Warriors are in once more. They couldn't execute the first time. Ford to Fifita, who warms to that carry with every step. Boyle much better from Connacht in terms of making ground with ball in hand, but that clear out was not right. So then Ford with the opportunity to reduce the arrears to just 7 before the break. Successful from the young man. It leaves him and Connacht feeling. MacDonald makes the tackle on that occasion, but Connacht are edging ever closer to the line. And as I say that, they just don't control the ball, but they get it back, and Butler has an opportunity, but he is held up just inches short. Terrific scramble defence from the Warriors. It looked like Connacht were in, and they are in now. And it's Boyle who will come up with the ball.
Glasgow just seemed to get that tempo whenever they needed it, and after they concede that try, they just want to get straight back into the game, and Connacht offered them that opportunity, and they obliged.
Digs it out again. Look at that defensive effort from the Warriors. Keep that 22 as your line for their efforts as Connacht look to find a way, but there's an advantage there now offside from the Warriors defensive line. Marmion, they have a free throw at it. Lovely little looping pass. Wooten puts boot to ball. In behind he goes. The bounce of the ball.
Now advantage.
Right now, it's a penalty that's kicked, and kicked successfully by Cahill Ford. In the minds of both, for tries you have to think, but first it's about winning the game. As MacDonald goes on one of those runs that punches a hole and drags in defenders and then leaves room out wide. Is McLean in again? Looks like he is. Second try on the afternoon for him. Yeah, he's kicked well, he's run well with ball in hand, chased well, everything that's been asked of him, defensively sound. Off to Stain with the offload, little kick in behind, and Stain finds himself in, and he's in for a second. Wonderful try. Kyle Stain in. Up came the Connacht defensive line.
Gets a scruffy enough kick away.
Yeah, 16.
Glasgow punished them.
Thanks, mate.
In the end, I think that one fell a little shorter than Stain intended to. I think Oran McNulty got a hand to it. Relentless. Just keeping the ball alive, pushing and pulling Connacht from one side to the other. And they won't get the advantage. And not even 2 converted tries would get Connacht there in the final 6 minutes or so. And it's success from Weir. Came out for the first COVID-free game in a long time in terms of the restrictions at the grounds, in numbers and everything else. Expecting a bit of a festival. In the end, they've taken a bit of a beating here, and it may well get worse as the Warriors go after another try, and they get a 6th try. It's the substitute hooker, Matthews, who's getting the credit. Duncan Weir with the last kick of the game. And over it goes, and up go the flags, and that is that. 6 tries for the Glasgow Warriors. McLean with 2, Stain with 2. 1 for Fraser Brown, and also 1 for the substitute Johnny Matthews.